Hey, Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. My name is Nur Aisyah and I will review Malay and Indian traditional food with my friend Yunosha. Firstly, in the history of and today Malay food culture, rice always had an important role. Not all, but many dishes include rice as the main component or a side dish. The most popular traditional dish is nasi lemak, which has rice as the main ingredient. As we can understand from the name, it is present as oily and fatty rice. The key point of this meal is cooking the rice with coconut milk. It is usually cooked together with pandan leaf to enrich the taste and serve with sambal, anchovy, cucumber, and some other side dishes according to the region of Malaysia. There are many versions of this popular dish, but the traditional dish version also consists of peanut and boiled eggs. Sometimes it is even served with some kind of meat like chicken, beef, or fish. It is consumed as any meal within the day, but mostly preferred as breakfast since morning meals are very important for the community. Second, Malay traditional food that I will talk about is lemang. Lemang is one of the famous old-style Malay cuisine in Malaysia and is made up of glutinous rice that is marinated with coconut milk and then placed into hollow bamboo to be roasted over a small naked fire. It is then served with rendang or curry that acts as a source of additional hot and spicy flavor, with some tender meat to chew on, either beef, lamb, or chicken. Lemang is one of the popular dishes served during the famously celebrated occasion by Muslims all over Malaysia. There is Hari Raya Aidilfitri or Hari Raya Haji after breaking fast. The most authentic feature about lemang is that it is usually sold on the streets, and Malaysia of other race will also stop by and enjoy the rich flavor of this cuisine. The bamboo contains glutinous rice, salt, and coconut meat that is placed onto a slanted position beside a small fire with opening facing upwards. It should be turned regularly in order to ensure the rice inside the bamboo is cooked evenly. The cooking process takes about 4 to 5 hours. Lemang is often served with rendang or serunding. Next, chinchalu, also a Malay traditional food made of fermented tiny shrimps. Like many fermented food, it is usually eaten as a condiment or used as ingredient in cooking. Glass bottles of chinchalu are usually produced by cottage in industry in Johor, Malacca, and Penang, Malaysia. It is made by fermenting raw tiny shrimp in salt and cooked rice inside sealed containers for 3 to 4 days. What you get in the end is a pungent, salty, sourish-thick concoction containing lots of whole shrimps. So, do I like chinchalo? Yes, the smell when you first open one bottle is characteristic of any fermented food, and that's mean pleasantly stinky. But if you have never acquired a taste for strong fermented foods, then you will definitely find it smell repulsive. How to eat chinchalo? Due to the use of large amount of salt, chinchalo is usually served with slices of chilies and shallot topped with a squeeze of calamansi lime juice to balance its saltiness. Give me a bowl of steaming hot rice and chinchalo, and I will have a filling meal. If you still find the smell of chinchalo overpowering, There are there is a way to reduce its pungency, and that is by cooking it with other food. You can add 1 to 2 tablespoons of chinchalo in fried rice, omelette, sauce, fish-based fish-based recipe, seafood, and almost any savory dishes. But remember to add less salt to your food as chinchalo is quite salty by itself. Chinchalo tiny shrimp may be minuscule in size, but they are definitely no pushover when it comes to nutrient density. They are rich in proteins and a dietary source of calcium, potassium, iodine, selenium, kaolin, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acid. All these nutrients in a delicious small package that is low in fat and mercury. Where to get chinchalo? Chinchalo can be purchased at grocery stores and market through Malaysia, Singapore, and other Southeast Asian countries. Elsewhere, you may be able to find it in Asian store. When buying chinchalo, look out for one that has been fermented and does not contain add coloring, preservative, and sugar. A good chinchalo should have a light pinkish color, is not overly salty, and has a mild sour taste. Next, dodol, also a traditional Malay food. Dodol is made from coconut milk, jaggery, and rice flour, and is sticky, thick, and sweet. The cooking process would reduce the content up to half as the liquid evaporates. It normally takes up to 9 hours to cook. During the entire cooking process, the dodol must be constantly stirred in a big bowl. Pausing in between would cause it to burn, spoiling the taste and aroma. The dodol is completely cooked when it is firm and does not stick to one's fingers when touching it. Actually, now there are dodol arrowroot with various flavors such as strawberries, guava, durian, and others. In addition to various flavors, there is now also one producer of Garut dodol that combines chocolate and dodol to be used as souvenir from the city, commonly called chokorot or chocolate dodol. The last one is curry puff or curry puff. It's a small deep fried or baked pastry shell filled a thick chicken and potatoes curry. It is believed that the flavorful snack was invented by the Malays from the Malay Peninsula and parts of Sumatra and Borneo. It is popular breakfast item or afternoon snack, which can be found at numerous stores, bars, and markets. Because of its simplicity and flavor, curry puff quickly became popular outside Malaysia, especially in Thailand and Singapore. Today, there are numerous versions of curry puff, so instead of potato and chicken curry, it can be filled with various other ingredients such as tuna, sardine, and beef rendang. Crispy and flaky on the exterior, hot and soft on the interior, curry puff is a snack that remains a staple of Southeast Asian cuisine. That's all from me. Thank you. Now I will pass it to my friend Yinosha to explain about Indian traditional food.
A very good morning. I would like to be to Madam Shalini. Today I'm going to be giving a review about Indian traditional foods in Malaysia. Before going into reviews about Indian foods, let me just give a short summary about Indian foods. The normal Indian meal contains few different tastes, which is spicy, sweet, salty, bitter, and sour. We also know that India is a land of herbs and spices. Therefore, most of the Indian dishes are made of these herbs and spices such as cumin seeds, bay leaf, cloves, turmeric, cardamoms, coriander, and many more. Moving forward, the most famous Indian traditional food in Malaysia that is loved by all including other races is banana leaf rice. In banana leaf meals, white rice is served on a banana leaf with an assortment of vegetables, pickles, appalum and other regional condiments. The banana leaf acts as a disposal plate. The choice of banana leaves is mainly due to the broad leaves. Typically, only vegetarian gravies such as dal curry will be served on the rice as it is meant to be a traditional vegetarian dish. However, sometimes boiled eggs, curried or fried meat or seafoods are served as well. Banana leaf meals are eaten by hand-to-mouth dining. It is quite common to eat banana leaf rice with your hand. Hand-to-mouth dining is a norm in some cultures in Malaysia, especially within the Indian community. It is acceptable to use the right hand when eating as the left hand is deemed as unclean. Gathering and pick the food up with your fingers and push the food into your mouth with your thumb. The Indian culture believes that eating with hands not only feeds the body but also mind and the spirit. For said reasons, eating with fingers is believed to create a sensuous connection with the food and enhancing the taste. A banana leaf meal's etiquette also indicates that after the meal, the guest must always fold the banana inwards by taking the furthest end and folding it towards ourselves shows our appreciation for the meal. However, when meals are served at funeral wakes, the leaves are folded outwards as a sign of condolence to the family of deceased. The best place to eat banana leaf rice is in Kuala Lumpur. There are many restaurants such as Restaurants Davies Corner, Bitter Leaf, and many more. Now, let's talk about my favorite Indian food, which is Murukku. As we all know, when we hear the word Deepavali, what pops out next in our head is Murukku. There are two types of murukku which is commonly cooked during this festive, which are achi murukku and sutta murukku. Achi murukku is also known as a roast cookie because of its shape. To make a murukku is simple. For sutta murukku, the ingredients are rice, flour, cumin seeds, butter, salt, and cooking oil for deep frying. On the other hand, the ingredients for achi murukku are rice powder, sugar, coconut milk, egg, salt, and oil for deep frying. Some people love to have snacks after a heavy meal. Murukku can also be served as snacks after a heavy meal. As you can see, these days teenagers do not really know how to make murukku. But making murukku is really simple. Firstly, just prepare the dough. Make sure it's not sticky and soggy. If not, it will absorb lots of oil while frying. Make sure it is not too dry too, because it will break while making them. Secondly, grease the mold and stuff the dough inside the murukku plate and keep it ready. Slowly begin to press the mold and release the dough and make a spiral. A moist cloth is more convenient to use to place the murukku because it is easy to lift each one and fry. Place them when the oil is hot enough. Lift them one by one gently and drop in the oil. Fry on a medium flame and keep stirring for even frying. Fry until it's golden and crispy. Lastly, drain the murukku on a kitchen tissue and the murukku is ready to be served. By following these steps, producing crispy murukku is really easy. Let's talk about the next Indian food, which is vada. It is a famous snack to be served during Indian auspicious day or even just for a tea time. There are two types of vada, which are ulundu vada and parappu vada. Parappu vada is widely known among other races in Malaysia compared to ulundu vada. Both types of vada are made up of two types of dal, which are for parappu vada it is made up of chana dal, and for ulundu vada it is made up of urad dal. The other ingredients are almost the same, such as curry leaves, onions, coriander, salt, oil, green chili or red chili. Parbu vada is way more easier to be prepared compared to ulenda vada. Vadas are preferably eaten freshly fried while it is still hot and crunchy. They are also served with a variety of dips including sambar or dry chutney. Are you thinking, is vada my favorite food also? Yes, of course it is.
Dosa is also an Indian food. It is a rice pancake made from a fermented butter predominantly consisting of lentils and rice. Its main ingredients are rice and black gram, ground together in a fine, smooth butter with a dash of salt, then fermented. There are many types of dosa, one of which is ghee dosa. Ghee dosa is highly clarified butter, and ghee dosa is a dosa that is cooked with ghee or is brushed with metal ghee after it is cooked. Also, we have masala dosa. Masala dosa is filled with a generous amount of masala spiced potatoes. Masala means spice, but it is not spicy in terms of the heat. Next is paper dosa. This dosa is usually elicits gaps of amazement whenever it is served up, either horizontally rolled up or as a high tall cone. It is very thin and fragile, yet super crispy indeed. Finally is rava dosa. It is greenly chopped chilies, curry and coriander leaves are added to the dosa batter, and what makes this dosa distinctive is the many little holes punctuating it. Traditionally, dosas are served hot along with chutney and in recent times with sambar. Dosas are served crispy and satisfying.
The last but not least Indian food is puri. Puri is made of fried bread made with whole wheat flour and salt. To make this, an unleavened dough is prepared first. The small portion of it are rolled to flat discs similar to roti. These are fried in hot oil to puff up. Puri is best when it's puffed completely. Thus, to get puffed puris, check if the oil is hot by dropping a small portion of dough. If the oil is hot enough for frying, it will rise immediately. Gently slide the puri from side to the hot oil. Then quickly but gently keep pressing the puri down to the oil. Do not press too hard to avoid holes can form on the puri and will not puff. As it's done gently, puri puffs completely. The puri is ready to be served with various suggestions like puri masala, potato masala or many more others. In conclusion, there are way too many Indian foods in Malaysia, but I have given reviews based on the popularity of those foods. Hope you enjoyed the video regarding Indian foods review. Thank you.